Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to rip a CD or a DVD easily on a terminal. Now, the distribution here is the PureOS. Now, let me first show you in the disks, the GNOME disks program. It can be installed on Debian systems and systems based on Debian, such as the PureOS here, as the GNOME disk utility in the repository. Now, here you can see there's the DVD, CD, DVD, ISO thing that contains the PureOS installation media. This is a live environment. This is not an installed system. This is a live environment. It's running from this right here, this CD/DVD. So it's running from this one. So it's basically a DVD because it's that big. But yeah, anyway, it's running from here. Now you can see here's another one. This one contains Debian 11.5. Now why do I have two different CD/DVD drives here? Well, because this one that contains the Debian I intend to rip, and that's what this video is all about. So, as you can see there, it is /dev/sr1. That's the Debian drive, and sr0 is the one where the PureOS is running from. Now these other things like the floppy disk and whatever, these are just some weird virtual things. I don't know what they are. They are some weird, because this is running in a virtual machine. This live environment, this PureOS live environment, this is a virtual machine. So these are just some weird virtual machine things. They are here by default. Whatever, so you can ignore them. Now, the actual ripping is done on a terminal, of course, that's what this video is about. So, let's see. Oh, how do I enlarge the... This is always so difficult. What key combinations might they be using? I have no idea. Whatever. But I can close it. Weird. Well, whatever. You should be seeing this just fine on a desktop computer, but if you're on a mobile device with a small screen, it might be hard to read this. Who cares? Now, as I showed earlier, it is sr1 dev /dev/sr1. Now that's the path to the actual, because this is a Unix system and it follows Unix-like system, and it follows the Unix philosophy of everything being a file. That means that every device basically is mounted on the file system title. Well, I shouldn't say they are mounted, but they appear in the file system as these sorts of files. So basically you can read and write to the devices as if they were files on the file system, because from the operating system's point of view they really are just files. Right here is the path dev/sr1. Now, because they are files, they can be read. So basically what can be done is just use the cat command, read the file, and then just put that out into, let's say, a file.iso, let's call it Debian file. And I will first show you actually that there is nothing here on a GUI, that there's nothing there on the directory. And now when I do this, then I can hit enter here. But I will also write time here so that I can see the time, how long it takes to do that. The time is not necessary, you can hit enter like this. This is just fine, it works. The time just measures how long it takes to rip the ISO, because I wanna say that. Now I hit enter and you can see how this Debian file.iso appeared here. And that was very fast. In fact, it might even be a bit too fast perhaps. Well, not necessarily, because, well, I happen to have these on a RAM disk, so actually it's not necessarily too fast. Actually that's reasonable, because these are on a RAM disk. I have put that the actual Debian file itself outside of this virtual machine is on a RAM disk, so that's why it's probably so fast. It only took like 1 second. Well, that's fine. Anyway, seems to have worked. So, let's see if the thing opens up and shows a reasonable file structure. Well, yes. So yeah, it was just fast because it's on a RAM disk. I like RAM disks. RAM disks are good. So that's why it was so fast. So yeah, you can see how the file structure is the same. So basically, it works. Yeah, that's how you rip a CD/DVD, and it's really easy. You don't need some big programs. And if you happen to dislike bloat a lot, well, it's as easy as that command right there. You just cat the def/sr. Typically it would be probably sr0 if you have your operating system installed on a hard drive and you have only one CD/DVD drive on your computer. It would be sr0 typically. It could be something else perhaps, but I've not heard of it being something else. It's typically sr0, but yeah, whatever, you figure that out, what it is represented as. Anyway, it's that easy. So if you don't like bloat, and if you don't want to install any additional software on your computer, you just want to use basically these are just like standard POSIX compliant commands, at least. Like, actually I don't know if the time is, but at least the cat is, so as far as I'm aware, yeah, I'm pretty sure. So that this would work on any Unix-like system. Yeah, pretty much I think it should work on any Unix-like system. It at least works on every GNU+Linux distro. And chances are that BSDs too, I imagine it. I haven't tested this on other systems, but I think it should work. I'm pretty sure all Unix-like systems, they mount the... What? Yeah, it doesn't work. I can't highlight it with the cursor. Whatever. The path... The path might be different on different Unix-like systems. But this should work on all Unix-like systems because it really just uses the cat command. You know, that's all it takes. Just the cat command. It doesn't take any... You don't need to install any fancy bloatware on your system. So yeah, that's cool. Just use the cat command. You can rip a CD like that. Yeah, well. Oh, and also I would like to mention that you can also use img, but I would recommend you use ISO because it's preferable. ISO is preferable, but you can also use img. I guess that depends on your use case, what you want to do. But I recommend using ISO. .iso. But of course, yeah, if you don't have an ISO file system, then you should use img, because you don't necessarily need to have the ISO 9660 file system on the CD/DVD. There could be something else on the CD/DVD. So in that case, you should probably use img if there's something else on it. But if it's using the regular ISO file system, then you should probably use ISO extension. But it really doesn't make a difference because, like, you could just use without any file extension. It would still work the same. You could just rename it after the fact. And it would still work. Oh, misspelled that. It would still work the same if I open it now with the archive manager. It's the same, yeah. But yeah, that's how that's done. Yeah, it's an easy command. It's as easy as, well, you probably use the ISO extension. But yeah, that's that.